Now, there's another word in verse 6, which I think most of the Bibles translate as a mist or a steam. How do they translate it? A mist rising from the earth. Okay. That was a misunderstanding of the word, because the word is a Sumerian word, and Sumerian is older than Babylonian. The word says in Sumerian, a river rose up from the earth and watered the ground. Then God created man from the soil of the earth and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the human being became a living being. And then God, the Lord God, planted a garden in Eden, and the next word is what? In the east? No. Now here is another case of not quite translating correctly. Mikedem can mean east of, but Mikedem can also mean in the far distant past. Early time. Kedem means early. Kidamti, I preceded you. The word Kedem means early, and Mikedem means in the distant past, a long time ago. And that's the only way I would translate it. All right, so God plants the garden in Eden, and there he placed the man whom he had created. Then God caused to rise forth, or to grow out of the ground, every beautiful tree, or every tree that was pleasant to see and good to eat, and the tree of life in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We'll get to that later. And then the next verse, and a river flowed out of Eden to water the garden. And after it watered the garden, it then went out of the garden and became 4 heads, or 4 sources, or the sources of 4 rivers. The name of the one was Pishon. That is the river which flows around the entire land of Havilah, which I will clarify. And then it talks about that's the land where they get gold. The name of the second river was Gihon, the one which flows around the entire land of Cush. The name of the third was Hidekel, which is Tigris. The name of the fourth is Euphrates, Prat, which is Euphrates. 4 rivers, actually 4 great sources of water, all coming out of the Garden of Eden. Notice how this idea that the seat of God the King is the source of all the earth's power, all the waters of the earth.